Hey everybody, welcome back. We are checking in with PlayStation Now, which just launched as a beta on the PlayStation 4. So we wanted to take a look at this, see what it is, talk a little bit about what you're going to see with this beta, sort of what the service is, and even play a game. Yeah, if you don't know what PlayStation Now is, it is a rental service right now. They're going to offer a subscription option in the near future when once they start getting that stuff all set. Um, but yeah, right now it's based off of Gaikai, which, if you remember, they purchased them probably about 2 years ago, I want to say. I believe the year before the PS4 was announced at E3. So this is what that has turned into, which is PlayStation Now, which is going to be able to stream games from their servers to your PS4. They'll eventually open up to the PS3, the Vita, certain Bravia TVs, and even I believe like Android and uh, iPhones and sort of things like that. Um, which is going to be weird for those sorts of options, but definitely for like TV and the other PlayStation consoles is going to be something that's going to be a pretty cool thing once they expand the library. Because right now it's just PS3 titles to play on your PS4, and but eventually I guess they're going to have PS1 games, PS4 games, PS2 games. I'm not sure if they're gonna restrict some of that stuff based on the platform you're on, but right now this is just what we have heard that they're planning. So as it says right here, there's no downloads, no patches, or anything that you have to do on your own. It just starts streaming once you start playing. So they outline a couple things here. Over 100 games. I have I actually went and filled out a spreadsheet of a Google Doc of all the games and the prices, and it's 121 games they have available right now. It ranges from uh, digital games, PlayStation Network games, all the way to retail games. And some of those retail games are games that are not available on the PS3 as far as PSN is concerned. So stuff like Metal Gear Solid 4, Final Fantasy 13, I want to say Alpha Protocol, Alone in the Dark, Way of the Samurai 3, stuff like that. Stuff that you can't get digitally on the PS3, even if you wanted to. So they offer rentals options 4 hours, 7 days, 30 days, and 90 days. And the weird thing is that publishers seem to have the ability to not offer rental options for uh, certain tiers. So there are like SNK only offers 90 days at full price is what you would pay on the PS3 if you wanted to download their games. Um, there are a couple of others that have done that same thing. Telltale's done that for all of their stuff. You pay full price for 90-day uh, rental for that stuff, which is dumb for the fact that you can get through that stuff in 4 hours if you were to have that option. You could get through those things in about 2 or 3 hours, even shorter if you have a guide. It doesn't really matter. And they offer their price is like $4 per episode. So for 5 episodes, that's $20. That's generally what their season passes are on the PS3. So there's a lot of pricing issues right now as publishers are seeing what they can get away with, what people will buy, and some of these companies like D3, Codemasters, SNK, Telltale, they'll be seeing that some of their titles are going to get better numbers than others because they're cheaper to rent. So we'll check out prices when we look at the library itself. You get trophies, you get multiplayer, all the modes are available. You can play with people that have them on the other systems, and supposedly it's not going to uh, have any effect on the game itself. It's not supposed to feel like somebody's over here streaming and that's causing problems. But yeah, trophies. I'm not sure if the trophies are uh, in addition to what you've earned previously for those games. If you were to rent something that you've played previously, uh, and yeah, you can do some things to make it easier to get the best performance. I have my PS4 wireless, unfortunately. So, uh, but I did the streaming test over here. If you go all the way out, it has a connection test. It'll test it for you, tell you if you're okay to stream, and mine says that that is okay. So, and yeah, here they're gonna show new ones. Yeah, like a lot of ones we see here: Metal Gear Solid 4, Final Fantasy 13. Those two are ones that are not on PSN on PS3. So, we'll take a look at the library now. Yeah, so here we go. Yeah, here's like one of the offenders here, 90 days for for $5. That's not too bad. It's a price, but only being able to get 90 days is not a great thing. As you can see, nobody has purchased that, at least and rated it. So I imagine some of these are worse than others. Let me go alphabetize this, make it easier to find. There's Alpha Protocol. Here's Telltale, only offering 90 days. That's full price almost what it is on the PS3. So some of these publishers are a little bit nuts. Yeah, so when it's only one option, it tells you right there on the item itself what it is. But most of these will just say from this, and that'll be the cheapest option. That's 4 hours. This is typically how the PlayStation Network stuff is priced on here. $3 for 4 hours, 4 for 7, 6 for 30, and 8 for 90. And speaking for myself, PSN games are not going to be the ones that I probably rent from this service. If I do rent things, we're going to play something just to try it out and see what's going on with that. But yeah, because I have a PS3 that I can play at any point when I want to play most of these games that I have on here. So I don't have use for it. I imagine a lot of hardcore gamers won't have use for it. This will be for people that skip the PS3 that don't have uh, access to these games on other platforms for some of the multi-platform stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how things evolve. I know they've said already that they are going to lower the 4-hour prices for many of these games to $1.99. So it'll be a little bit better in a couple weeks when they uh, start fine tuning the prices. Definitely, some of the prices are a little out of whack, like I said earlier. Where's it at? Dirt 3, here's one's kind of crazy. $5 for 4 hours, 15 for 7. Now, I don't know how many people listening to this or watching this are Blockbuster users from back in the day, but that is about 2 or 3 times what we paid for I want to say a 5-day rental, 5 or 6 days, maybe even 4 days. I forget what the lengths were then, but that's a lot of money. And some of these publishers are putting their 90-day prices at like 80% of what you would pay for full price on PS3. It's like you're getting a rental, you're not owning these, even for 90 days, which is a ridiculous amount of time to rent anyway. Uh, they offer some crazy prices here. El Shaddai, that's one that's not available on PSN on PS3, so there's some cool stuff here that is noteworthy as far as not being available digitally any other way. So, and here's a cool one: the Metal Gear Solid HD collection, so you get access to all 3 of those games. Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, and Peace Walker. So, and another cool thing I like about the service is that a number of these games they're offering the sort of ultimate editions with all the DLC. Sort of Route 3 Gold Edition, which has all the DLC, I believe. Resident Evil 5 Gold Edition. I believe Saints Row the third full package, which includes all the DLC. There's some cool stuff here. There's some weird games like Stick It to the Man and Contrast, which were PlayStation Plus free games on the PS4, are on here, which if you have a PS4, you may very well have access to them for free. If not, just buying it outright and owning it locally. That's a better option there. But yeah, pricing is very weird right now just because they're trying to feel out what people want to pay, sort of what and they're going to be doing a subscription option at some point. So I imagine that will factor in with prices and sort of what they do there, because I can't imagine they're going to offer a full a la carte option where you get access to everything for a certain amount of price. I imagine they'll offer something like OnLive when they got rid of their initial business plan. They opened up this thing called a Play Pack, which was for I want to say like $7, $8, $9 a month. You got access to like 100 some games to play as much as you want. And some of it wasn't so great, but a lot of it had like cool indie stuff and retail stuff that was neat to play, and uh, it allowed them to have an interesting service to offer to give you just a bunch of games to play without having to give you access to everything. Because even just based on these prices, if it's like $3 each for the amount of games, that's $360 right there. There's no way you're going to be able to offer a decent service, a decent subscription price for that stuff. So um, it'll be interesting to see how this evolves, because this is still beta. They're taking feedback and looking at ways to make it better and sort of, I guess, talk to publishers and see about refining their prices. So yeah, we're gonna start and play something in a second. I just have to figure out what exactly I want to play, because I have much of this stuff on either disc or on PSN. So I want to pick something I haven't played. We could play Earth Defense Force. That would be interesting. I was just thinking Twisted Metal. Um, let's go with Earth Defense Force. And we're gonna go with this 4-hour option because this is something that I know people have uh, some reservations about, as far as if I purchase it right now, is 4 hours start right there, or does it start when I actually start the game? So we're going to try this out. Yeah, so now it's going to test my connection. Should find it to be okay, because I don't think I am doing anything with it right now that would cause an issue. Alright. Yes, I don't have the best internet as well. So, and it does clash a little bit with the funding limits for the PlayStation Network, but that's alright. So let's make this purchase. And yeah, they're definitely not going to offer any games that you purchased on PSN for the PS3. It's not going to be free to play here. I don't think they're going to be offering purchase options, at least not for a while. Right now, they're focusing on it as a rental service and a subscription service, and not giving you sort of free access to anything you've purchased previously. Alright, so we have this purchased. Now we're not going to hop into it right now. Okay, so it says I have to start it by September 1st. So I think this is going to work like the movies, like your movie rentals. If you've rented things off of Amazon, iTunes, even PSN or Xbox Live, it generally has all the same rules that apply, which is you have 30 days to start it. Then once you start it, that's when your timer goes. For movies, it's 24 to 48 hours, usually 24, that you have to finish watching it or watch it as much as you want. Uh, so definitely, if you're a sort of person that is late, sort of puts things off. I'll get to it. I'll get to it. I'll get to it. You know, you definitely want to put your time into it uh, while you can. Because I have done that sometimes and gotten burned on movies, trying to watch them in the. I got like a couple hours left and end up messing it up. I think it had to happen with Gravity. I was watching that, so yeah, let's start this. So now we see sort of what's going on. Okay, so they're using the touchpad to replace select and start. Alright, so it's going to test my connection again. Just make sure everything's okay. Alright. So yeah, I don't have the greatest connection, but I can watch movies and all that sort of fine. And when I made sure that nothing was going on with my... Oops. Okay, so here you can see it just appears right on your main menu. I'm going to, let's see if I can mess with my stuff. My browser real quick. Just sort of stop things. Yeah, exit Chrome. Alright. Let me turn off my Xbox One. My PS3. Okay. Let's turn all of that off. Okay, so yeah, this is real-time testing. Okay, so it has a version of the XMB on this. Okay. There we go. Just made sure nothing else was happening. Yeah, so some of this is going to be my own connection. It's not perfect, obviously. But I know a good part of it is going to be their own service, too. So assign me into... Alright. E3. Yeah, I haven't played much of the Earth Defense games, which was something that really messes with my memories because I owned a game on the Super Nintendo called Super Earth Defense Force, which has nothing to do with this. That was a shmup, side-scrolling shooter made by, I want to say Jalico, I don't know what they're... But this game was specifically made by a Western studio, so let's see what we got here. Ooh, okay, so I can turn to the PS4 home screen. I can mess with controller settings. If I want to change controllers, I can display the XMB. Okay, so this is what's limited here. Get all my friends here. Trophies. I guess save data. No, I don't want to quit. Okay, so that's interesting. Return to game. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so what do we got for controls? Options. So I hope this isn't too loud on your end. Just see. I turned down the game audio just a little bit on my feed, so it should sound a lot better, not be blown out. So let's see, we got jump, reload, switch, interact, dodge, fire, special, sprint. Okay, go. So we can play online if we want. I want to play offline just because. We got survival mode and campaign. Okay, we'll play normal. Yeah, start.
Strike Force Lightning. EDF Operations here. I will be your acting operational liaison. As you know, Earth is under attack by a force composed of alien entities and what appear to be genetically manipulated terrestrial insects. We're calling these invaders Ravagers.
Okay, so we got different classes here.
Around the globe. A particularly large Ravager has been reported in a residential area of
General Combat, Sniping, Close Combat, General Combat, General.
I will be monitoring your progress via your camera system to provide routing and tasking information as needed. Up 4 is composed of massively large insectoid creatures as well as robotics.
Get something that'll be fast.
Good news is, our weapons seem effective against the ant-like insectoids.
Okay, let's go with...
Robots are tougher, and we're seeing more and more of them. The Ravagers have been hitting us hard,
Trooper.
but we're holding ground where
Change
we
color.
can.
Whoa.
They've been erecting some type of shield walls that have made things very difficult. They can
Let's go with
get
this
through them.
guy.
We can't.
So he's got a rocket launcher and a rifle. Okay. So this, all this menu stuff so far is controlling pretty good. Grenade and shotgun. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with those. Ready.
Hey, pal, how about lighting up some of those bugs down there? Those people can use a little love from above. Weapons are hot.
May not have been the best game to choose just because of...
We need to deploy your squad at the edge of this residential district. That is the operational staging area for this sector.
Ops, Lightning Alpha here.
Okay, I can shoot, maybe? No? Okay. There we go.
Ops, this is Archangel.
Go ahead, Archangel.
Okay, I see.
Them meteor-looking things falling from the
Yeah, 'cause this game doesn't look particularly great. That's sort of one of its series'
robotics being dropped from orbit.
hallmarks.
Intel believes these meteors are insertion pods.
Well, Dal, I'll be the first to tell you them bozos have it right for once. I just swerved to miss one of them suckers.
That guy's screwed.
This thing's somewhere less occupied, you hear?
Stand by, Archangel. Now sending coordinates for your drop zone. It's the best we're going to be able to do.
Sweet. Lightning, get ready for insertion. This is a hot LZ. I will be dropping you on the street in Uno.
Alright.
Roger, Archangel.
Yeah, hot LZ, that's landing zone. Oh no.
I'm gonna mow the lawn on the way out, so heads up and butts down, amigos.
Okay, wait, what shoots? It's not the triggers.
There's more of them coming your way, Lightning. Seem to be just coming straight out the ground. There's a fuzz ton of debris being thrown around, too. Son of a car.
How do I shoot?
Lightning, Archangel is down.
There we go.
Say again, Archangel is down. Lightning.
Okay, I gotta hold down trigger.
Check for survivors and see if the craft is salvageable. There's a waypoint indicating the lander's location on your tactical display. Approach and secure the area.
Affirmative.
Alright, let's get moving. So we need to get up here. Yeah, it feels really responsive. It mostly feels like I am playing this local. Like I can feel a little bit of input lag, but not anything that would be affect this game. Like what's interesting is they have a couple of fighting games and things like that, so I'm wondering if that's gonna fill up. That feels good. But oh.
That the best you got?
These spit spider ants.
Approach the lander and activate the transponder module.
Where's that?
Okay, we're receiving data. Looks like there are no survivors and the lander is not salvageable. Lightning, you need to destroy what's left of the lander. We've added a pulse signal to the self-destruct countdown sequence. It should attract any nearby Ravagers and take them out in the blast. Make sure you get out of the blast radius prior to detonation or... well...
Yeah, so it's gonna self-destruct and we gotta get out. So I gotta activate. Where is that place? Alright. Gotta get out.
So what do you say we all move here, start a construction company after this is all done?
Come on, old man and kicker.
Lightning, Ravager
Alright.
incoming. Take out those Ravagers.
I'm not sure what you're supposed to press for that reload, and seems like it's a Gears of War style thing. Where do we want to go? I guess we can go down this way. There's at least something down here. Health. Health isn't really a big concern. Yeah, actually this feels pretty good. I don't know. It's
Lightning, ops here. You've got a bunch of Ravagers in the area, and as you can see, they are surfacing from what seems to be a giant anthill. Intel, any info for Lightning on these anthills?
Lightning, this is Intel. You can lay down suppressing fire with your rifle or use grenades to slow the flow of ants, but that won't destroy the anthill. You'll need to get close to it and plant a charge on it to take it out.
Roger that.
explosives.
Contact you again after you've completed your objective.
Here we go. Get away.
More Ravagers inbound, Lightning.
Another one. Where's that at?
I need a beer. Taste the ground.
Or maybe square? I don't know. Yeah, so I think that's a pretty good look at this. Definitely so far it seems pretty good. It works pretty well. It seems like what they really have to focus on is figuring out the pricing, get that subscription model working. Because I think that would be a pretty big thing for them if they can get that going. Yeah, I took this out. So we need to keep exploring.
I am activating a waypoint. Make your way to the location and regroup.
Affirmative.
Roger, on our way.
Alright, we got a trophy. That's pretty so that definitely works. So we want to get over here and get to this next thing. Yeah, let's get to our rendezvous point.
Keep fighting.
Alright, here we go.
This is fun. Like shooting fish in a barrel.
So I'm wondering if they're going to be able to save your spot since this is essentially...
You've got company.
Roger, ops. Engaging.
Yeah, so what's over here? Says they're going nuts, going to be going nuts over here.
Everyone, let's move. We have to destroy that hole.
Hole. There's no hole around here. Oh, right here.
You need to clean out another anthill to secure this sector. I have activated a new waypoint that marks its
Okay, there we
location.
go. So that's where
Proceed
that
to the
next one
anthill
is.
and neutralize it.
Okay, ops. We copy.
There we go. I guess square does it? I don't know, it seems to sometimes work, I don't know. Going in, putting this in. Alright. Well, blew myself up in that process, but spit ants. Gotta watch out for those.
Okay, Lightning. I have placed a new waypoint on your map marking the location of the EDF supply dump. Make your way over there and refit, and make it quick.
So yeah, I don't have a great amount of use for this service right at this moment, which isn't a huge surprise. I've got a really big digital library, so
This armor when this is done.
I have access to much of the games that are available right now. without having to without having a great amount of need for this. Oh, whoa, we got big boy.
You've got a new threat in the area. It's one of the Ravager robotics. Intel is calling these things Hectors. They say that this is one of the smaller variants, but still quite dangerous. Locate and neutralize the Hector.
Oh, crap.
Roger that, Ops.
He's right above us. Guess shoot these big red spots. Yeah, I messed that up, so I gotta wait the whole time. That seems like that's what that is.
We will fight against any enemy, and we will be victorious. We are
There we go, he's dead. So I think that's a good time to
Hector down.
call it
Good job on the Hector, Lightning.
for this.
Command sends Bravo Zulu on that engagement.
So yeah, let's see what here got here.
Neutralized. I'm setting a new rally point.
There we go. I forgot about that part. Okay, so let's go see what we can do with these trophies. Do the sync process. I can't imagine it's going to be quick, especially since we are streaming the game and trying to upload at the same time. My upload is not very good, which is why it takes me a while to upload these sorts of videos. So yeah, that's gonna take a little while. Yeah, so that's happening. It'll be interesting to see how the prices evolve over the next few weeks, especially when they start dropping some of those 4-hour prices. Because right now, from what I can tell, the 4-hour option seems like a really good sort of. I've got a friend over, we want to play something new, so let's pick something out here and spend, a couple bucks to get something interesting to play for the afternoon. The week is sort of your typical blockbuster rental sort of thing, and 30 days, 90 days seems like an odd thing for me. I think I wouldn't go beyond the 7-day thing, but I'm sure some people would have use for it, especially for like Final Fantasy 13. It's unfortunate they're launching this like the second half of the summer, because I imagine in that like Final Fantasy 13 or Alpha Protocol or some sort of RPG to play for 90 days, they would probably be able to go through it. 30 days might be enough for that. 'Cause during the summer, the kids don't have much to do at all, so I don't know. But yeah, those are PS3 login things there. So that's interesting to see. And so once this goes through, I'll definitely check it out. I think we'll go back to the PS4 menu, sort of double check that went through. Just make sure the whole ecosystem thing for trophies is working correctly, and I think we'll call it quits after that. This is the most exciting thing to be looking at right now, but it should be almost done. 10% more, so yeah, the Earth Defense Force, it's pretty interesting. I know that version, this specific iteration, isn't well liked by the fans. Alright, so yeah, there's the trophy. Killed 100 ants in the first thing. Yeah, so we're going to return to the PS4 home screen. As you can see there, it's doing its thing. There we go. So your trophies definitely do carry over from the PlayStation Now to this. I'd be interested to know if this is... I guess it would have to be... Yeah, so this looks like it would be the same as what people that just have it on PS3 have, so... Because this trophy... There wouldn't be anybody that had the Platinum right now if this was a completely new selection of people, so... yeah. That's PlayStation Now. It's a pretty good look at it right here 3 days in. If you're just seeing this video, definitely go to smashpad.com because I will have an article to go along with this video that will have a bit more of my thoughts about the service, what needs to improve, what's cool, what's not cool, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's PlayStation Now. Go check it out if you have a PS4, if it has good use for you. If not, it's cool. I'm sure they'll have some more stuff as time goes on, so definitely keep an eye out for that, and see you guys again next time.